Hey YouTube, I thought I'd do a quick video and dispel a few myths and share with you my haul today. It's 4th of July 2016 and Radio Shack is open for business. Believe it or not, the media had us believing that Radio Shack was dead. They're in a different form. They're co-owned by, I think the kid in the store said that Sprint and I don't know, Western Wireless or some wireless carrier company co-own it, and most of the real estate was converted over about a year ago to Sprint stores, but select Radio Shack stores stayed open. Not only are they open, but they're getting new stock in daily, and just wanted to show you what I got today. I needed a new can of deoxit D5, and I just used up the last of what I had cleaning out my Pioneer SX780, which I showed off on my last video, and cleaned out all the potentiometers and switches. And anyways, rather than to go through Amazon and deal with mail order, I figured I'd actually pick some up at the local Radio Shack. When I say local, I had to go across town, but 4th of July weekend, it's very quiet. There's no traffic on the road, and took me probably about 10 minutes to get to the store, and normally that would probably take about a half hour with traffic and lights and just road congestion. But probably paid more than for this can than I normally would, $16.99 I think, but I was able to get it at the store at Radio Shack. Speaker wire. Radio Shack always sold speaker wire and always had these big spools. They might have sold Recaton accessories or rebranded as Radio Shack at one time, but this is how I remember it, and has the Radio Shack branding, and same deal as the Deoxit. Probably paid more than what I'd normally pay for something like this. 1989 I think it was, but what the heck, 50 feet. Always need this stuff on hand. Hookup wire. You can never have enough of this stuff. And 22 gauge, 90 foot coil, $8.99. I recently did some rewiring and some restoration on a Zenith Transoceanic, one of the transistorized models, and I have an X-ray antenna that I built from parts, and the only thing I didn't have was the cable, the wire coming out, and I had some of this stuff left over from years ago, and I might have even bought it at Radio Shack, but this stuff is always handy to have, and another one of those things that is great to have on hand. All right, now we're getting to the really good stuff, and this to me is one of the pinnacles of Radio Shack supplies, and that is test jumper leads with the colored insulators and alligator clips. $7.49. They're 24 inch leads, and you just can't live without this stuff. It's impossible. If you do any kind of tinkering or playing with electronics, you gotta have these. And I actually used two of them when I rigged up. I built a dipole antenna for the Pioneer receiver, and used my last two of these. And you know, I'm always going to have a pack of these in the toolbox, and um, they keep making them. I'm sure they're made in China, but at least you can still get them. Cable ties, assorted cable ties. This was another $8.99. All different sizes, all different colors, little ones, big ones, and not just for electronics. I used a bunch of these when a neighbor of mine helped me restore one of my lawnmowers, and one of the cables coming up to the throttle switch needed to be tied down, and we used some of these. They're handy. Um, I keep some of these in the trunk of the car too, because you just never know. And um, I mean, not bad for what it is. For $9, there's 200 of them, so I think I'll have good supply around for a while. Shrink wrap tubing, just one of the greatest inventions of home electronic tinkering. And when I opened up my Pioneer receiver, I noticed that the previous owner had put in all new resistors and capacitors. The resistors on the top board had some shrink tubing around the connectors, and it's just nice to have. It's just I wouldn't use this for like every component that I would solder, but you know, if you're worried about shorts, what the heck, made in Taiwan, and $4.99. Now we're at the really good stuff. My dad has a Weller soldering gun. He was a electronics engineer, and you know, always bought the best of the best. He didn't screw around. When he needed stuff like this, he went great guns. And no pun intended, but this is a dual heat soldering gun, Radio Shack branded, heavy duty, 150 to 230 watts. Show you the back of the box. But this was $39, and like everything else that I'm showing here today, I'm sure it's made in Taiwan or maybe even mainland China, but really $39. Changeable tip. It's got a little light there on the gun, and this is really going to be struggling with the 30-watt soldering iron that I picked up at Harbor Freight, and just really happy to have this. And what's a soldering gun without soldering tips? The gun came with a tip, but nice to have these on hand, and $2.99 for two of them. It was just kind of an impulse grab, and glad to have these. A buddy of mine came over, helped me with one of my transoceanics. I had a gun, and had some trouble getting it up to temperature, and you know, we took a wire brush and scraped it down and was able to get some heat out of it. But you know, you get to a certain point with these, and it's like time to change them. So $2.99, really can't go wrong. So that was my haul today from the shack. That's what we used to call it when I was in high school, and my dad was working as an engineer, and hobbying and tinkering with electronics was our passion. Um, I know they don't make the best stuff. I know they don't sell the best stuff, but there is something to be said about these brick and mortar stores. And sure, you can get stuff online, but just the hassle of ordering and the hassle of shipping. And I think with tax, I live in Massachusetts, so you're dealing with 6.25% tax. And I wish they would just get it over with and make it an even 10% and just drive everybody out of the state. But this came to just about $100, and just a nice purchase. I was really happy. The service there is good. You've got people buying cell phones and all stressed out about their iPhone purchases, and it was just nice to go in the little corner of the store where they still have stuff like RF connectors and banana plugs and you name it. They had terminal lugs. Just, I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. And if you're curious, go to radioshack.com. The website is active. You can buy stuff online, but they'll also tell you where the nearest store is, and you can go in and buy stuff like this. So hope you enjoyed this video.